Welcome to The Last Call, where we try to clear up many of the misinformation concerning the drone community.
Hey everyone, how's everybody doing? Good to see some folks coming in early. Justin, I see I got Jody, Drone Shot, Steve and Drones. God bless America. Waypoint, New England. What else we got here? I saw another one, Steven Drones. Who else I got coming here? Think I got everybody so far? I think I did. Give me a thumbs up or whatever. Make sure you can hear me. Go from there. Alrighty. Today is August 25th, 2024. The year is flying by. I know it is really flying by for me. I've been putting in a lot of hours, working 6 to 7 days a week, getting some work done between my 9 to 5 and doing my drone business. And that's what we all want to do. Those of us who do this on the side or trying to do it full time. That's what you want to be, is super busy. That means you're out there getting it done, putting a lot of money in your pocket and so forth. So it goes, everybody made it over from Paul's Wedge and Big show. He had a nice show on tonight. Always good information from Jeff Norman. a professional photographer and an outstanding drone pilot. I hope you guys, those who were there, paid attention to his tips, of what he was talking about, and a lot of it had to do with just framing up your shots and using the light to your advantage, which is always a big thing to do when you're out there, doing whatever, even for yourself, or you're getting paid for it. You always try to use everything to your advantage. So we're going to take our time here. East Coast Thrills, how you doing, partner? Glad you can make it. Hope it's not too late. I know those you guys on the East Coast, I would say you guys are ready to change seasons here in the next 30 days, 45 days. So definitely try to get out and get some flight time in, because I know you guys had a very rough summer on the East Coast between the heat and the storms. I can't remember a summer with so many storms that came in the way they have along the eastern seaboard. It is kind of like you guys went from straight winter to a little bit of spring, and then just had this uncharacterized or categorized weather band across the last 2.5 months that you guys usually call summer. I know it's been extremely hot out here in the West. I've been out in it, and it's been kicking my 62-year-old behind's butt and stuff. But you do what you got to do to get it done. Well, snuck in Jim's droning. We got the Canadian contingency in the house. How you doing, Jim? Good to see you can make it in, partner. Good to see you can make it in. So we had 14 inches of rain from Debbie. Yeah, like I say, weird stuff, man. Just weird. And everything. The amount of storms, usually you guys don't get storms like this until starting right about now. Mid to late August going into September is when the hurricanes are supposed to come in, and they seem to be getting earlier and earlier. And it's cooling off quick in Rhode Island. And that's why I'm figuring you guys are kind of get a chance to have that window. I remember when I was stationed in the Marine Corps, I was stationed up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire at the sub base. And I believe summer lasted all of about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, the leaves are turning brown. And actually, I believe the first snowfall usually happened around Halloween. Yeah, that's great. I say it was a nice experience, but I don't miss those days. I was up there for like 2 years up on that assignment. I don't miss it a bit. Not at all. But I hope everybody's doing great. That's all I can say. You guys keep on living, keep on enduring whatever it is you're going through, and just remember the sun will come up the next day. So don't let what happens today get you down, hold you down, trip you up, hold you back, or anything like that. Just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. That's the best thing. Tonight, we're going to get into, some things that are reoccurring as always. Congress, the whole congressional thing, House Representative and the Senate have been on their vacation, August vacation. They come back into session. I believe it's going to be September 9th is that they're due back in session. And we already have a target on our back again, which is unfortunate to say. I wish this would go away, but it just seems that someone, or I would say someone's, have something to scratch, and they're not going to be satisfied until they take care of that itch. And that's what's sad. I thought, I was hoping things would calm down with the election, the pending election, and maybe, the dust would settle for a while and allow things to see where we're going to go as a country, as where our leadership will go. But as we have said in the past, this mindset, this endeavor is coming from both sides of the aisle. So we can't point fingers at any certain group or party. It is just coming from every side possible. And it just comes back to lobbyists, They're lobbying these representatives for some reason other than financial gain to speak of, and that's the sad part, that it comes down to that, for the most part. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're 13 minutes into the hour. I don't want to step too much on Uncle Bill's show, so we're gonna get kicking. I was going to do another video myself, but I found this one by Steel City Drones. They are a drone dealer down in the Florida area. So I'm going to go ahead and play their video. And I think he did a very good job.
Developments in the DJI drone ban. You know, we would love nothing more to sit here and talk about new products on the horizon, drone reviews, drone tips in the industry. But it is very, very important that we go over and discuss what's happening right now and tell you where things stand, because there's something that's extremely important, that's time sensitive, that we need everybody to understand what's going on and take the appropriate action as needed. So where we left off with is we talked about Senator Rick Scott's drone proposal for the Senate that's going to be discussed very, very soon. That is Floor Amendment 3098. Now, unlike the House proposal, this proposal
Yeah, it looks like the video may have froze a little bit, so we're going to skip out of that and keep on pushing. Sorry about that. I was trying to bring you some information and going from there. But we'll just keep on pushing on. But just to let you guys know that there are entities still out there that are trying to, like I say, take us out of the skies. I'm going to put up right now the scroll at the top of your screen showing the website address to the Drone Advocacy Alliance. As always, we're going to need to reach out again to those elected officials and let them know that we're not having it. This is ridiculous and there's no need for it, no call for it. And all you're going to do is hurt the industry, hurt commercial, commerce, commercial operations, and let alone take away a hobby that has done so much for so many in their personal lives. I've heard countless stories from a lot of you guys talking about how drones have gotten people away from addiction, have gotten people out of depression, and it's gotten people out of the house where they were suffering, being isolated and not able to enjoy themselves. So this is not just about dollars and cents, it's also about mental health in a lot of people's lives. And that is something I was not aware of. I know a few people, but it seemed like more and more people I run into talk about that side of what flying a drone, flying FPV, even RC planes has done for them, and how it has changed their lives, changed their focus. And like I say, as we go on our lives, that's why I say, don't let life beat you down. Get up, keep moving forward, and do what you have to do and keep striving. Like I say, there's no guarantees in life overall, but we need to make sure you're still here the next day, and the day after that, the week after that, the month after that. Your families depend upon many of us to do what we do in our families' lives. And like I say, we don't want to put them in a situation to where we become a burden to them. And that's key, So this is something that I think is needed, not just, like I say, as a hobby, whatever else, but also for mental health aspects for a lot of people. Like I said, I played a lot of golf over the years. The drone has taken over my golf hobby, and because I'm trying to run a business, and I told my wife I have to focus on one thing at a time. I play golf for fun, but this is something that keeps me focused. It gets me up without having to set an alarm on weekends where most of us, a lot of us, many people sleep in. I'm jumping up at 4 a.m. getting things ready for me to go out and fly. So like I say, it's not really work when you're having fun. And that's the way I look at it, is that I'm having fun and I'm also getting paid to do what I do. And I enjoy it. And another part of it that I like personally is that when I'm going to do these jobs, it does not just start when I turn on the drone. It starts days and weeks ahead of time when I get assigned to a project that I start planning out the whole thing. And maybe that's just me. I like the aspect of planning, putting a plan together, doing my due diligence and everything else, and then flying it successfully is the culmination of everything I put into it. I say, I love it when a plan comes together. I don't know if you guys remember the old George Papard. I think he used to say that on the A-Team and other stuff. He said, I love it when a plan comes together. And that's why I look at it. And, just a satisfaction. And I guess that's part of my mental health part of it, is just seeing the satisfaction of completing a task that I had control over. A lot of us have worked for other people, other companies, other entities, and over our lifespan, and we didn't have a lot of control over what we did, what decisions were made, and everything else. This is something I'm able to have, I would say 90% of my input is the input. Somebody else assigned it to me, but they didn't come out to direct me. They didn't come out to assist me. It was all on me to put it all together. All they wanted was the expectation of the returns that I could provide for them. And that's a satisfactory feeling for me, is to be able to do stuff like that. So right now it's 6:21. We're going to go ahead and play my sponsor, which is AirData. You guys know I swear by AirData. So here's your chance to jump on. If you are a monthly subscriber, you can get 20% off, or you're a yearly subscriber, you can get 20% off.
This call is sponsored by AirData, world's most trusted flight data platform. Use promo code Recovery1Drone20 for 20% discount on your subscription.
All right. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. I know with the recent changes to DJI's, I would say, saving your data system, where they have turned it off. I think all the drones have actually gone through it now, since I think it started last month or even in June. it started where they were no longer allowing you to save your data. And hey, V-Dub. So I've been working with AirData for at least 4-5 years, and it's been nothing but an asset for me. They do have a free account if you don't fly that much. They even have an account you can get for free, or I think they start off for about the lowest level between, I think it's around $19 a month, $19 a month. Might be even cheaper than that. I have one of the higher commercial ones that cost me about $180, $190 a year. It cost me. And like I say, it's not just for my own satisfaction. It's actually saved me twice dealing with local authorities. When someone accuses you of flying somewhere or doing something, you got it right there on your controller or on your phone. You can say, hey, officer, this is where I flew right here, around the spot and stuff. Yeah, I use Airspace Link to see if I can fly. That AirData does support that, but your flight log is where I depend upon it more than anything else. I know a lot of folks like the before you fly, and I don't know whatever it's called now and stuff, but AirData supports being able to let you know what the current temperatures are and everything else. So that's not a problem either if you want to go that route and stuff. So it's a good asset. Like I said, they have a free account if you don't want to try it out for a while, I should say, and see if it's worth your time, worth a few dollars to get a regular license account. So yeah, give it a shot. If you like it, keep it at the free level, or you can move up to a paid level. Depends on how many hours you put in. I know now I put in somewhere around 1,500 flights a year on average. And I think my mileage now is somewhere over 3,000 miles I have put in. So these things can be used as a reference. If you're using it for commercial operations, somebody wants to know about your background, there it is. Somebody said I got over 300 flights under my belt, 3,000 miles of actual flight miles put in. It gives you all your little safety awards each time you get to a certain level. So it can help you out to show someone else your capabilities and everything. Let me say hello to a few folks who've come in. Ray of Sunshine, how you doing, partner? Haven't seen you in quite a while. Appreciate it here. Hey, Lance, glad you made it in, partner. I think I saw VW earlier. Yep. So, like I say, I can't help but say good things about AirData overall. I think it's something that's a big asset to having in your tool bag, as we say. And you never know. Like I said, it has saved me dealing with law enforcement 2 times. Like I say, you never know who you're going to run into as far as if the officer is going to be knowledgeable or unknowledgeable. But when they see something right in front of their face, that's hard data, hard evidence right there to tell them, hey, this is where I flew. So if somebody try to say, oh, you're over here, you're over there. And I just had a situation the other day at my local airport doing a job at a facility there. And right next door is the sheriff's aviation facility. And one of the deputies came out and swore up and down that I was flying over their building. And I said, no, I wasn't. He said, well, I saw it with my own eyes. I said, well, if I prove it to you, you're going to apologize to me? And he got a little offended when I said that to him. But I came back and I showed him all 3 flights that I did. And I said, not one of these flights even came into you guys' parking lot. I flew to the building adjacent to where you were at and came right back to my takeoff point. And his superior officer came out there and pretty much chilled his heels and said that, maybe you were mistaken, talking to his other deputy. So these are things that you can always use to help yourself to prove your stance of what you were doing, how you were doing it at all times, for the most part. Now, for all the hobbyists that are in here, I understand that you guys got the April Fool's joke played on you by DJI or whoever you call these guys, Igor, and whoever else. We're looking for the what was it, the new Nano? Is it? No, it's not Nano. It's whatever it's called. New drone is supposed to be out. I guess it's not coming out until the first week or second week of September now. And I guess everybody else has got getting their Christmas list together or Black Friday list together for a potential Mavic 4 or something. I keep hearing rumors about that. And you know, for me, I don't get into the latest drones that come out. Like I say, I've always been a commercial operator, pretty much from day one. That was my whole purpose of getting into drones, was to be a commercial operator. So, yeah, the Neo. Thank you, Jim. The Neo. So for me, I never jumped on the bandwagon of which drones were coming out, and for the most part. So I hope you guys that are looking for it enjoy it, and I hope we get a lot out of it. I don't know where it fits in at, because there's been a lot of non-information as far as what I've been hearing. Is it the replacement for the what's the Tello? I don't know. Is it just be the beginner drone to come in under the Avata? No one knows for sure where it fits in at. The price has been fluctuating from a couple $100 to the usual $500 to $600 range. So it's all going to be a surprise when DJI drops it out there. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who want to be early adopters or want to be the first one to put a video out to say, I got it, and this is what I can do for it. So I hope you guys who are waiting for it enjoy yourselves and get a lot out of it overall. Now, a lot of folks have been seeing some of the photos that I've been posting lately of some equipment. And a couple months back, a company that I've been doing quite a bit of work for invited me to a Zoom call. It was about me and 6 other people they invited to the Zoom call. And they made us an offer to start working under the company's surveyor, to go out to these development sites that I normally fly to do mapping, photogrammetry, whatever terminology that you want to use for it, and actually start setting GCPs. Now, I currently fly, no matter how big the site is or how small it is, I normally use my RTK setup. And now the decision that I made a year ago, right before Remote ID came out, is to raise my game, is be able to provide a better photogrammetry or mapping product to my clients. Now, I normally charge a little bit more, but there were jobs I was already doing that I just started adding this to it, and didn't even tell the client as far as that how much more they owe me, whatever. But in return, they noticed what I was doing and has offered me more work. And that's where this story goes right here, as far as being able to work under a surveyor. What I do now is what I call a double dip opportunity, to where I can be able to go out and I set the GCP targets on a site. I've done about three of these now in the last month. And I've done, I think the smallest one I've done is maybe about 10, 11 acres. The largest one I've done is 117 acres. I usually set about anywhere between 8 to, I think the last one I just did, I had to set somewhere around 15 GCPs. Now, I've done my homework on the difference between just straight RTK and straight GCPs. And there's one thing I've learned from, doing my studying. Once you reach 10 GCPs, the accuracy of the map doesn't improve anymore. I think 10 is like the highest level you're going to get. And I try to explain these things to individuals who say, "Oh, you can't do an accurate map unless you got GCPs and RTK is not good enough." And I'm a type of person, I try to come to the most simple, most common solution. And I explain to people simply this: when you go out to set ground control points, GCPs, you're using satellites. You're using GPS, GLONASS, the French one, the Chinese one. You're using the same satellites that are used when you fly RTK. And I told this one gentleman, I said, "Now you're trying to tell me that GCPs are more accurate than RTK setup when you're using the same satellites." And then all of a sudden the conversation got quiet, because you're trying to tell me that the satellites are better for GCPs than they are for RTK when they're using the same satellite system. Waypoint, I haven't heard anything as far as KB index affecting your accuracy. These are certain things that do affect your accuracy. How your base station is set up itself. And when I say that, not just the physical base station itself, make sure the bubbles in the middle, all that kind of good stuff, the poles straight up and down, but also what you're using for your base information. You'll see a lot of videos out there where you'll see individuals talk about Ntrip. And my experience with Ntrip has not been the best experience. A lot of times the signal will drop, or you will not get a signal at all from a local Ntrip station, or you may not be able to get a fixed position. Hey, how you doing there, Al? So those are the most important things about when you're out there as far as accuracy. Everything needs to be on the same level, on point. And when I say that, when I bought the system I have was an EMLID RS2 Plus system, I had to go high and low to find a SIM chip card to go in it. Because when I talked to a lot of people who had it, a lot of them were saying that they had to go out and buy a network modem, whatever, to go in the field. And, I've been around this kind of equipment for a while, a router, I should say, that's the proper term, a portable router. And I know that a lot of these portable routers that you can use are not really built to be out in the outdoors, in outdoor environments, because like I say, in Southern California, it gets hot. Each one of the jobs I did, I show up at 6 a.m. in the morning, but by 10 a.m., it is already in the 90s. Now, something that's not built to handle that type of temperature will start to fail. It will start not to producing the data that you need. The equipment itself is built to handle that. It's built to handle extreme cold and extreme heat. So once I found the right SIM card for it, I felt I was golden. So now I'm able to just use the base station itself, the RS2 Plus, to bring in the satellites into that to get my solution. And then I use the second one, or I use the actual rover device, which I have here. This is a specially designed rover that EMLID makes, and it works with the base station. It turns, right now, like I say, a single solution. There's white lights. When it gets if I had it set with the software, and I got it, we call a float solution, which means it's only accurate within about maybe 2 meters. It'll turn yellow. And if I get a fixed solution on this, all the lights will turn green in here. And that means I am centimeter level accuracy with that. So that is what I'm out doing in the field. And for the company I do this for, I have to take 3 individual shots for this. And waypoint, yeah, 60 I have to put on a sweater. That is true. So like I said, I got to do 3 shots. So you're talking about me going out, let's say I do 10 GCPs, 3 shots, okay? 3 times 10, I mean 30 shots I have to take. So, and the solution has to sit for 1 minute. So just in doing that part right there, that's 30 minutes of just taking the shots. And I'm walking these sites on top of that. So depending on how far or how big the site is, I got to walk to each different location and stuff. No, Ray of Sunshine, this program is built in MLIP's program for their GNSS systems. This has nothing to do with me flying yet. I haven't even got to the flight part. As far as using drone deploy or Pix4D. This is just setting the ground control points and how accurate I have to set these things and everything else. But, you know, once I did a job the other week, 15 targets. I was out there 8 hours, just setting these ground control points. The site was over 70 acres. Elevation changes go from 0 to up to about 450 feet. I'm humping up and down these hills on a construction site. And I ran past 2 rattlesnakes while I was out there. And what else happened that day besides me just being dead tired when I got home? But like I said, you know, there's different elements. You know, when you look at the pictures from the air from a drone, it all looks flat and all the bushes look flat, you know. But when you're out there, I'm out there humping through weeds and bushes 3 and 4 feet high. You know, I came home so dirty last week that, you know, my wife took the jeans out of the hamper and it was almost like she had I've been playing in a sandbox and stuff from all the dirt I pulled up walking through the site and everything. So I can say, once I set all these ground control points, GCPs, then at the end of the day, I get to fly. And when I fly, I can use the same base station to fly with and add that information into my smart controller, and it will fly using the same information that I set those GCP with. And that's why I tell people when they try to, I know a lot of people are old school and they came up in the system of GCPs were king and everything else, but the technology has allowed it that GCPs are basically there for the surveyor's use. And it's not really there for the drone use any longer. It's basically there just for the surveyor's points on the site. Yes, Al, I'm using, I got, you can use vinyl ones. I have the mesh ones, so they last a little longer, a little more durable. And yeah, you got to nail down the corners, and you got to put one right in the middle, because when you put that tripod down, you put that center point around that middle nail. So that's what I'm out there doing, Al. I'm doing that kind of stuff at the same time. And at the end of the day, I'm flying it using the same base station. I also kept my DJI base station because to me, that thing is just so quick to set up, and I can set it anywhere and it will get the necessary solution that I need. With this GNSS system, it's a little more tricky getting all set up. Like I say, Al, this is, you know, on with the surveyor gear, they got the spikes on the end. So if the ground is soft enough, I can spike it down. Or like anything else, you just got to throw some rocks on the frame, hold it in place if I run into some wind, which I guess I will experience that coming up at the this fall. You know, I've been using my RTK station for over a year now, and I've never had an issue with the wind knocking it over or anything else. So like I say, the equipment I have now is a little heavier than the DJI one, so I'm pretty confident that be no problem. Hello, Miss Gail. Glad you can make it in. Appreciate it and stuff. So yeah, that is what I'm into, and it also gives me options as far as with this drone ban unpredictable situation. Irregardless of what may happen, I'm still able to do some type of work in this field by being the one that goes out and set the GCPs. And overall, it does pay quite a bit more than just flying. So like I said, it's a double dip. The flights themselves are pretty standard flights, but me out there, on foot, setting these targets down there, adds a lot more icing on the cake, to speak of. So I can't complain. Just doing my thing out here and trying to get it done. And that's for the most part. So like I say, those who don't know Mr. Al Diaz, Time to Fly, like I say, I've been knowing Al going on at least a good 3 years, 4 years now. And, I have watched him grow. And like I was telling people in a video that I put out the other day is that, sometimes you get your foot in the door is what you need to do. And sometimes you partnered up with the right people, and those people will reward you down the road. Doesn't mean you make a lot of money up front, but down the road, they can reward you. And I hope Al doesn't mind me using him as an example. Now, Al flies to San Diego once a month, and he flies to Arizona with a company he's been doing work for at least 6 years and stuff. So these are things that you got to look long term. A lot of folks get into the drone business and think it's going to be instant big dollars and all that kind of stuff. I said it's no different than anything else you get into in life, is that you have to hone your craft and become better with it. As your equipment gets better with it, hopefully what you do will be recognized and you'll be rewarded. And that's just what I try to tell folks. Been in this game for 6 years now, and some of the efforts I put in are I always like to say they're paying off. And I don't want to miss out on this opportunity, because this is something I want to grow to even another level and several years down the road. So it's all about trying to get to the next level for me. So I know Uncle Bill's coming on here in another 15 minutes or so. So I'm not going to keep you guys. So I'm going to close it out. This is Dre, Recovery One. As I always say, hang on, enjoy the ride, and please subscribe. Thank you.